they say it's nice to meet you. This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me, but I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and—
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends!
Thanks, you too. Amazing. So this is how it feels. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. My concept of self has become so... But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and...
It's okay. With you here, Paimon should...
There's one more thing.
What is it?
For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon...
Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up...
I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you... Yes, true. That reminds me. We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the... First things first. I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me in the Akasha. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was. After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on... If we don't stop the God creation plan in time, we'll...
You might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were lost. How's it going, Nahida?
I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and... Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What's this little flute?
It's a small device I put together just now. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in...
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon! We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got cut.
It's alright, Paimon. It can't replace you. It's only a flying device. But you're the traveler's irreplaceable friend.
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida.
I was simply telling you what I feel to be...
Nahida, you're natural at this. What you just said made
By the way, there's something... Even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, you may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'm glad I can rely on you.
So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fight.
I've located where the false god is.
What is this place? Wow.
The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered.
That's true.
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed. The Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been.
Is that it, though? Instead of being interested in the...
The Fatui harbored.
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into... We had previously come into contact with this. One is the desire for a gnosis. The other obsession is
Paimon knows that he was a prototype pup. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no...
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. Tell me more. The more we know now, the better we can plan. Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet him.
Solidify!
Time to
Illusion
work!
shattered!
Let's begin!
Work to be no intruder!
Silence!
Time to fulfill my duty.
This isn't good.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it. It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
Shine down! That's that!
No, bow your head. This isn't good.
Frozen.
Stabilize!
Where you'll get frostbite.
Illusion shattered!
Settle down!
Pay your dues, Worm. You can't run from death.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Silence!
Shouldn't get careless. Cook this through.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. Solidify!
Let's get down.
Illusion shattered!
This isn't good. Come at me. Shouldn't get careless. You can't run.
Bow your head.
I miscalculated.
Crumble!
Looking at its operationals,
Oh no, what should we do? Paimon can't.
are you nervous,
If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous.
Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I feel not just nervous,
Curious?
curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything, and if it's a form of knowledge, however, only so to me, that's also why I love observing humans. And now, at long last, I will personally experience my own fate.
Ah, so that's what you mean.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
thought the world would be so eager for my birth. I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura.
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction of how much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed.
You sure are something. Dishing out compliments.
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into... Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between...
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the arc to Vat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate. All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply... This is a first. And no wonder your own people have abandoned you. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now... Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate...
This is order.
Coming through. Sign here, please.
There is no escape.
Be sanctified. Settle down.
Churn!
Gather.
Coming through.
Illusion shattered.
Bow your head.
Kneel!
Stabilize. Settle down.
Burn to oblivion!
Solidify.
Kneel!
Stabilize.
There is no
Reality
escape.
is
Inazuma
pain.
shines eternal.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Booer?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Booer.
A thousand eons, mine to dominate!
Hey! Share my knowledge!
Burn to oblivion!
Delivery! Coming for illusion shattered!
Kneel!
Let the mighty be humbled.
There is no escape!
Solidify! Stabilize!
Reality is pain! Good riddance, cruel world.
yourselves at home.
Gather! This is order!
Coming through. Sign here, please.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Humans. Filthy humans. No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined.
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about the your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successful then. A second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred, but I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Ermin.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge...
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it were the way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge, may very well be due to her restoration.
Aww. Do you...
I'm just sharing her pain. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible condition? She even used her last remnant of Yes. Her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, but now we have a chance if we can cross the polluted consciousness until we... And then... we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own, even with the Gnosis' protection. We must...
That's so scary.
Don't worry. It should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of you.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason.
Wow. What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Solidify! Settle down! Gather!
Illusion shattered!
Let the mighty be humble! Bow your head!
Look! Four-leaf sigils have appeared in the sky!
Solidify! Stabilize! Solidify! Stabilize!
Shine down!
Coming through!
Settle down! Gather!
Illusion shattered!
The tides beckon. Bow your head.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat... We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling?
Huh? But everything's been
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time,
Are you saying you've never met
no. It seems that otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rook, but the one standing over there...
Is that me? Are you...
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same...
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from... Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably... Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great archon?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me. But perhaps you may become an even greater archon than I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the archon I always admired. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly...
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right? Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that, the pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago?
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to... If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone. Which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their...
Well, Did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge, but things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul from the very beginning.
Oh no. I've experienced that pain in your consciousness.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. Even if I died, my existence and everything really end. There's no way. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my
Wait. No, I can't.
So you realize what that implies? Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. Removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed, but this is the only way to...
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 5. How can we just forget you? Is there really no other way?
You're the god of wisdom, Boer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is...
No need to feel so sad, Boer. As someone who delights in wit, these are the words in their entirety. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I'm alright. We've just saved the world, right? So I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. Just now, we used the power of Tuno, and we removed the remain.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
That sound...
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious
The doctor! What if you took...
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on... This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our...
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition.
You mean... there are many different versions of you?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all... Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the... So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent... That's all there is to it. Indulge me.
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist.
Good. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with them.
Since you were in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with...
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal. Yet you only saw it as an You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hand. Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to...
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all right. That's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over and it's For example... Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides...
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you
I'm merely... After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect...
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly... Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the... Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility?
Gamble? How I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble, but this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my... Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility.
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this Electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the
price? Interesting. What price?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me. The most threatening segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require... Yes, how very interesting. Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, what did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with being as smart as you are. Have you managed?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then...
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions...
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Besides, with my abilities, it's all... But what I'd like to know is...
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so
short-sighted? You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Another chess piece. And where is...
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use. Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way.
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange... Arrogant as that is, it has peaked...
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat...
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the... Once I finish telling you about this, with negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us. Come on, Traveler.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have it take...
It's nice to have you here, so...
Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare...
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. Oh, it's from Nilu. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sign as heroes of Sumeru. Please be sure to attend. I'll wait.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. Everyone's aware of your ability.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to...
Kanari!
Ah, good morning. How do you...
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be...
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only...
It seems once Irminsul started getting better...
Yes, but there are still some residual... The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just...
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position...
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned...
Huh? You mean he was already here?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were...
And you probably already know all about the...
Celebration feast? No, I...
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino?
Perhaps. Or...
Come to think of it, you and Kale are both Sino's close friends.
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. You see, some VIP...
Huh? VIPs? They're...
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The Sage...
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of... When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light... As a result, work has
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, but that's another topic. Back to the matter at...
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to...
You've recovered well. You may go.
Yay!
Well, there won't be any problems if the...
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well,
Is a simple reply really that...
Oh, it'll be fine.
I was thinking the same thing.
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon,
We got your letter, so here we are!
you're the best. The other guests have...
Huh? Are we the...
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all...
Look, I get it. Sumeru... Nilu is Sumeru's #1... You have...
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dance because Paimon thinks everybody...
That's right. We all think Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most out...
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine. But indeed, we could try...
Ooh, good idea.
You guys are so funny.
There's always a lot going on at the...
Yeah, and that's why I love Traveler and Paimon. Could you help confirm if for some reason they didn't receive the letter?
Yeah! We can also check out how every...
As for Sino, we've only heard that I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. As for Dunyarzad,
Okay, got it! Let's go, Traveler! We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person. Hey there! Have you seen Alhaitham?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him to.
Oh? Who else was looking?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip.
No way! We're strict.
Ah, I see.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you...
Well,
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kshahrewar.
Why do I feel like you don't really...
Huh. What makes you say that?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you is...
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you.
It seems that you really can't...
Ha! What was your first...
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stupid... Ugh. And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with...
Don't get me started. I get angry just think...
So, what...
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my...
No, I think we deserve to know. Where...
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of... which is truly unfortunate... Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by...
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert...
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have...
Huh? What nonsense.
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Hey, Alhaitham!
Oh, it's you two.
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar.
If she addressed the letter to Alhaitham of the Academia, then the letter... I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even...
Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Yes, at least that's how they're... It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Arc... Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Now, the 6 Darshans are near... Among the 6 great sages, unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now?
Yes. Normally, new sage...
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge
Yes, about that. You didn't... The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia.
Huh? But... why?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the... And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasha...
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for... Which is exactly why he always had...
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for...
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner...
All right.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying, I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've...
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm a...
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady.
Resignation? You mean you're...
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you...
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most...
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with... I guess I still get fired up by that feel. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize...
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you...
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the...
Did he tell you that he suggested that I could...
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look...
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find...
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because...
Even if being a mercenary means facing all...
A lion has to return to the wild.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed.
Huh? But wait a sec.
Well, no, not yet at least.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time?
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the...
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn. My lady has been very energetic lately.
Right, and we tend to leave quite...
So what it really sounds like?
I bet the letter's at the reception desk.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing you...
Sorry to make you two come all the way out.
It must be something important.
Yes! She said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating...
Great! I'll be sure to
count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that.
All right, then this is how...
The feast will be held in 2 days, so...
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know.
Oh, by the way, do you happen...
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in our... As for Rahman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with... Don't mention it. He'd better...
All right, on to our next... It's been a while since we last visited Aru. Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so...
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari...
That's good to hear.
Yeah! You're the one who brought us to him when we left...
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive.
But why are you just standing here like...
I'm meeting some people.
Oh! You mean...
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place, but you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell...
Raman! And... Huh? Sataria?
Oh, you...
Oh, well...
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be...
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good...
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has...
Oh, tell us...
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, well, I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have...
I can see...
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here.
Wow, so...
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but...
Yes. It's my hope that the Eremites can help me. That is the true meaning of education.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and the stars have always guided caravans.
Oh, please. Where's all of the...
You deserve these compliments.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were... Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the... Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Miss...
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring... I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, It may have been...
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members. My plan was able to go smoothly, thanks...
You're all doing so much for the
Aside from that, I also have some other business.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in...
That's exactly what the people here need.
Apart from this, we must be persistent about this.
This is the first time. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss...
No, not at all. We're actually here on Neela wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should... A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sato.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd beat the messages, I'm sorry for how I treated you before. But now I understand the beauty of your dance. You and the art you symbolize are... Please keep dancing. And someday...
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.
Today's the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along. Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we?
I propose that the last one who arrived be put...
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really?
Come join us over here. Let's share some
Everything looks...
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Whoa! It's so...
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job.
My lady sure has a way with words.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and...
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was... Moreover, judging from the results,
Yeah. Everyone gave it their... It was almost like a performance. We took the stage, everyone played their part.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memory. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of... Those sages really have some nerve. If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a...
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his...
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere. While we're on this topic, why didn't you
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process...
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way?
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some...
I did have my own motive, but it had no... If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't...
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia...
Precisely.
Wait.
So, that's the only reason why you joined?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right, then. How about you? You've already resumed work.
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are
Even so, keep your spirits up and try...
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Ah, there you are. Well, how is it? That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited... You see, every get... Make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think of me this... I can't explain why.
My lady, the grilled meat over...
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. What an amazing place to relax.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating...
The atmosphere here is good. And everything... Yeah, I don't often come to such places. I have a lot to handle these days. There's always next... This feast is pretty good.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings. No. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness. That happiness is an emotion that'll... I seem to... Oh well.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up, of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
It's me. blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. The connection between us is amazing. It's like I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, although you've already helped me with a lot. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will be... What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? Okay. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. Everyone!
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the
It's me.
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar.
No, of course not. Are you...
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but people refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. Please, allow me to present...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and...
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying...
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you... Alright, since you're awake now, she should be in the Academia right about...
traveler and... what a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in...
So are we, and that's why we're here.
Is there anything you want to know? Are you sure?
Huh?
About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharvaville,
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of...
This is true in your case. Irminsul, and however, there must be something different about your sister. Because as it...
What?
There is only one possible explanation.
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't it...
According to the records I was able to access, after the Conria disaster, she began her journey through this, but just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion,
What do you mean, Fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, and whoever it is, if they can do that...
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes...
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatu...
What's a descender? Paimon...
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information A very important part of the intel was about this world's descenders. A traveler, you are Tevat's 4th descender.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't...
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other descenders, I still need to verify...
Paimon's head...
And yet, even knowing all this, there are many questions in my heart as well. I will need... And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that, if fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future...
Paimon's sure glad we got to...
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eye. Is there anything you want to know? And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew. I'm very interested in your future. If fate is the ultimate knowledge...
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet.
The pleasure is all mine. Alright, that's enough talk for today.
Be sanctified.